Testing, testing. Sorry about that. Hello, everybody. I am the Linkzilla, and welcome back to Doom Eternal. Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in. So, you guys are probably wondering why I'm back at Doom Eternal, especially because the DLC doesn't come out for another month. Well, all cards on the table. That DLC doesn't look like it's going to be in my future, especially since I'm anticipating that it's probably going to have a price tag of about $60, which means that it'll basically be the same price as this game, so I don't see myself being able to get it and play it anytime soon. However, there have been some people who have expressed interest in me playing Doom Eternal for the channel, and for some reason they seem to be unable to find my playlist of my first original playthrough of the game. So I decided to rewatch some of my old videos, and I realized that the quality could really be a whole lot better, especially like in episode 1 where the music was too loud, you could barely hear what I was saying, but then in other places like in episode 9 where basically my audio got desynced with the game. So anyway, I figured that redoing the playthrough, redoing the campaign would actually be, a good idea. So, if you'll excuse me, I'm a little bit tangled up. Now, this is basically me giving Doom Eternal a second chance, because for those of you who basically watched my original playthrough, you guys know that Doom Eternal, it didn't do the same thing that Doom 2016 did, and I don't know what the reason could be. It could be the fact that Doom Eternal had expectations, whereas everybody thought that Doom 2016 was going to fail. So maybe it just couldn't live up to the hype, because after all, how do you follow up on a masterpiece? But there are other things about this game that do bug me. Don't get me wrong, it's still a fun game to play, but I still prefer Doom 2016. But the point of this whole tirade is that I'm going to give the game a second chance, even though I've basically been replaying it a lot over these past few months. Holy crap, how long has it been since this actually came out? 5 months now, so I have replayed it, but I'm now doing another campaign for the channel, so what I'm basically getting at is part of the reason that I hope made my experience with playing this game a bit sour was the fact that the Logitech keyboard that I was using for this machine would periodically go unresponsive, and it would basically leave me completely frozen and dead in the water, whereas I had no ability to fight back or defend myself. It would leave me open, and, well, basically you guys get the idea. So, I recently upgraded to a different keyboard, one specifically made for gaming. Unfortunately, even though this thing was marked as being wireless, it is not wireless, so I have to plug it in, which means that I have to actually get a lot closer to my desktop instead of playing it wirelessly. Anyway, my setup here is rather uncomfortable, so hopefully this will motivate me to finish this game off really quickly, so anyways, what do I want to play as? So glad that I got that, though. A little bit of black, on the joints and muscles, could have, worked better, but I still love that skin. Never doing it again, though. Absolutely not going through that madness ever again. 15 days of pure hell. Midnight. Can anybody explain to me why this game only has 3 save slots? Let's see, R. Right, here we go. So far, so good. No lag. Just wish that I had a comfier chair.
All the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them. Only you. Rip and tear until it is done.
That's one of the things that I just really want to talk about. And then here comes the other things that I really want to talk about, but I don't know if it's worth talking about them here or waiting until later in the playthrough. You want to know what the worst part is, being a dissenter? You're going up against a whole lot of people that really seem stoked on this game. I mean, this game has acolytes basically bordering on fanatical worship, to the point where anything negative that you say about the game will be deconstructed and ripped apart. You'll just be mocked as saying, like, oh, you don't like it because you're a noob, you suck at playing, oh, you basically are missing the point of it all. But I really do feel like this game is a huge step off from what 2016 was, and I was kind of hoping for something closer to 2016. Time to go to work. Now for my least favorite part of starting any playthrough. The nerfing. But speaking of nerfing, it really legitimately does feel like Doom Guy got nerfed. Because seriously, don't you remember when this used to be devastating? Now it doesn't do shit. So here I am, playing Doom Eternal for the channel, again. I found a toy. Thank you, Vega. Knock, knock. How did that not take his head off? I mean, you guys saw his head disappeared, right? Maybe it was like in Pirates of the Caribbean, where it basically got pushed so far back on the joint. You best start believing in ghost stories, Mr. Mr. Walker. You're in one. Pretty sure that John figured out what a nightmare he was in when he realized that one of the security officers on Phobos was eating one of one of his teammates. Hope that you guys don't mind that I'm being quite subdued and rather relaxed, if not sardonic, during this entire situation. I've had a pretty crappy September this year. I mean, all my Septembers are pretty bad. It's like literally my least favorite month out of the year. Friggin' school always starting, and the weather starts to get cold, the nights start to get longer. And like usual, it's always the time of year where I just seem to run out of money. Well, it's been bad because I have a theory about this guy. I'm pretty sure that each of the medallions are held by the priests, the individual priests' guardians, which is why you get the second medallion from killing the Doom Hunters, I think they're called, and then the third one, you get it from killing the Gladiator, which you then use to kill D. Grav. So those medallions must mean that their souls are protected, meaning that maybe possibly they can't die, or maybe if they do die, they'll be resurrected. So if the Doomslayer already had this one, maybe that's... maybe, and I'm just speculating here, it's most likely that we are missing a chapter of story that explains that Doom Guy killed that priest. Actually, I don't remember that guy's name. He, his guardian, and so now... or it could mean that that guy actually chose the Slayer to be his guardian. So that would explain why he would still have the medallion, and I guess the guy just couldn't trade up. I'm guessing that he might have chosen the Doomslayer to be his guardian back before the whole Civil War thing. Show yourself. I swear this game just doesn't do the whole escalation thing properly. Can't just friggin' throw an Arachnotron in the first level. You gotta build up to these things. And we need a cutscene explaining these things. So anyways, I'm pretty sure that a point that I was trying to make earlier is that, well, today was actually supposed to be payday at work, but there seems to be some kind of anomaly going on with payroll in which several employees, myself included, aren't getting the pay that they actually deserve. In fact, some employers are coming in saying that they haven't gotten paid at all. Effectively, something is going on in payroll that's basically like somebody screwed up, and there doesn't seem to be anything that we can do to fix it. So when I thought that I was finally going to have a little bit of money to basically, like, I don't know, feel confident and comfortable walking around in public again, well, turns out I didn't get everything that I've been dued, and we have no idea how to fix this back at work. In fact, we're actually beginning to suspect that the rather conveniently timed vacation that the manager has taken, and coupled with this payroll anomaly, is actually a very bad indicator of what could really be going on. Shit. Open up and say, ah. Look, when I shoot you with a friggin' shotgun, you're supposed to friggin' fall over. Look, all I'm saying is that these guys are undead. They are literally rotting corpses. Why the hell are they friggin' staying together so well? Hello. Oh, I'll take that. Oh yeah! Boink. He might have the big brain, but I pulled the 200 IQ move. Well, I've been experimenting with my new keyboard, and so far, I can't really notice all that much difference. Like, the most significant thing is that I haven't been stopped dead in my tracks yet, but honestly, the responsiveness doesn't seem like it was all that big a problem. God, this game is just so friggin' slow without that damn dash. Bam. God, these things are so pointless. Especially since you have no idea if your one shotgun blast is gonna do it or not. God, I miss being able to reload. I don't know, it's because I've been playing Brutal Doom for years. The reload function just seems natural to me. And reloading would be an indicator that I'd actually have ammunition! Seriously, whose idea was it? Might as well. Hi, Daisy. Good to see ya. After all, somebody was gonna pay for killing your pet rabbit, Daisy. Wonder how that whole audio drama thing is gonna play out now that I know who the real identity of the Seraphim is. And turns out that the answer is actually quite lame. I think that's what I hate the most. The fact that it seems to do something the first time, but then it's just completely impotent the next times. It's almost like the game is deliberately mocking you. Calamari. I shot you. I see you got the point. Ah, a survivor. Where's the rebel base? Talk! Not talking, huh?
The Khan Maker is nearby. She is inside that demonic citadel. I will mark her location on your HUD.
Thank you, Vega. Well, at least I get to keep the whole running joke alive.
The gathering of Hell Priests is located just above your location. My scans indicate there is a lift at the center of this facility. The Khan Maker is present at this gathering, but when outside of her domain, she is by all accounts indestructible.
Who is in charge of continuity on this thing?
This be? No man can pass through the gate.
They know who he is.
This stops nothing. The sacrament of this world to the great Khan Maker will be made, and the energy will be restored once again, as it is written, from the souls of the non-believers. You will not save them from their judgment.
Probably shouldn't have let them go.
You go too far this time. You cannot interfere. This is humanity's chance to
God, the Con Maker is one of the biggest disappointments of this game. That's good. Don't know why I got 12,000 out of that. Seriously, what did I do? Really hope that we get that whole golden the whole golden chain gun thing soon. Really want to really want to do that. So for those of you who are wondering why I said that the Con Maker was a disappointment, well, the simple fact is, anyone who actually pays enough attention and isn't blinded by it can literally tell that the devil basically works for God. The actions of hell only exist to serve the will of heaven. But most people in the mainstream aren't ready for that kind of message. You can't just basically have the Con Maker start out as the de facto antagonist of the game. You gotta lead up to it. You gotta basically give it kind of like a big reveal, you know? You should have started out with the Con Maker as maybe she's actually helpful. Maybe she can actually be like kind of like a deuteragonist who basically kind of helps you out, like Vega or Hayden was, and then basically partway through, that's when you get the whole twist reveal villain. But the story is honestly one of the things that is going to be one of the bigger things I'm going to be talking about throughout this playthrough, but anyways, that is all the time that we have for this video. If you liked it, please leave a comment on the comment section below, like and share with your friends. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and if you want to keep up to date with more Doom Eternal coming at you in the future, I don't know, friggin' find the playlist, because it's not like you guys are going to subscribe anyway. See ya.